Guys, we passed 70,000 and the bull run is here. What did I tell you? It was going to come in the next 2 weeks, right? All-time high, only about 2,000 points away. Wouldn't be surprised if he got rejected and went down once more. But it is here, and this time it's real. And I'm going to tell you why. It all has to do with the macroeconomic factors out of all this. Yes, all those people that said the bull run was over had no idea what they were talking about. I don't know if they were looking at graphs, charts, or like, oh, this time it's different because the ETF like boosted us up. But the economy is really bad, which it's not, by the way. So we're going to go down. Yeah, that stuff doesn't apply. We are going for a bull run. And the signal is not one that maybe too many crypto people actually paid attention to, but those of you in the macroeconomic world definitely have paid attention to. And that is that Israel did not strike Iran's oil reserves. And Iran has let the situation dissipate. Now, the war in Ukraine, yes, it's there. The war against Gaza, yes, it's still there. But none of those really affect the world economy all that much. Yeah, I mean, it really, really sucks that other people are dying out there, and I do really think they need to resolve those issues. But in terms of crypto, in terms of economics, those two things people have gotten used to, and they don't really basically fiddle with the world's oil supply in terms of like changing it as of now. Now, like if Iran closed the Straits of Hormuz, or Iran like got their oil fields hit and that constrained the oil supply, that would be a big problem. But since Israel did not hit their oil supply, oil went down by 4 whole points today. The West Texas Intermediate, which is the U.S. price, is actually $67, and I think it will actually keep dropping because there's supposed to be a glut in supply due to lower demand from China. So we can see oil basically drop to under $60 this winter, and that's regardless of who actually wins the election. So you'll be seeing like 270, 260, 250 gallon of gas in places in the Midwest and basically anywhere besides, I guess, California, maybe like New York City. All those other places, like the gas is going to come down to like mid twos, maybe even lower twos, regardless of who becomes president, because there is a oil glut. And when oil prices drop that low per barrel on WTI, that's just the price that gas will actually be. I'm going to be driving maybe through Iowa. I might take the Illinois route back up to Wisconsin. If I drive through Iowa, I will look at the oil prices, and I do expect a couple of them this weekend to fall below 250, which is the lowest price we've had in about a year. And I do think they'll actually keep dropping, especially if the Middle Eastern situation kind of resolves itself, which I do believe that we're getting closer and closer to a resolution. Of course, the Russian-Ukraine thing, that might take a while, but like the Middle Eastern thing is slowly resolving itself. The two big factors, Iran and Israel, do not want to go to war with each other. The world oil supply isn't going to get crunched right now. And as you can see, the stock market actually went up too. And as oil comes down, inflation is also going to come down. It's already down to like 3 point something, but it'll get back down to like 2 point something, even 2, as the world oil prices come down. We just basically needed the tension in the Middle East to like loosen up a little bit, and it's actually done that right now. And plus, crypto is heading for its time phase in the 4-year cycle when we're going exponential. So this actually creates the perfect opportunity that inflation is coming down, and they're cutting interest rates as well, and we're heading towards the exact right time in the 4-year cycle. Yes, everything is basically going to plan. It's following the exact 4-year cycle it's always been following, except Bitcoin got a bit of a boost because of the ETF. So I expect those 100, 150K values shortly after New Year, maybe into the next year, regardless of who wins the election. If Harris wins, we might have a small pullback. If Trump wins, we'll probably have like a pump immediately. But overall, in the long-term future, I don't actually think it matters who actually becomes president, because crypto is definitely going to go up. I still see Bitcoin hitting 150K regardless, and altcoins going up. I'm not really sure about the regulatory policy of either of them for altcoins, or like for meme coins and all that stuff. I really don't think they're going to bother with it too much, because like I think crypto, they just want the super PAC money, and after they got the super PAC money, I really don't think they're going to bother with crypto. Yes, I think Gary Gensler's influence, because of the courts, will be greatly reduced, whether he's fired or not. And I think a lot of these court cases will resolve in favor of crypto, and that'll be like the de facto rule at that point. So that's why this bull run is real. I expect, 73K within a very short amount of time. I do expect us to maybe bounce back once or twice, but after that, within a couple of weeks, short, and if it hasn't by like shortly after the election, maybe like within like 1 or 2 weeks after the election, regardless of who wins, I do expect crypto to hit the all-time high again and surpass it. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.